Well, Adobe MAX has wrapped and I have the updates. That's Adobe MAX wrapped for 2025, and amongst the rise in generative AI, Adobe's vision is still to center you, the creator. They've launched major partnerships with Google and other AI companies to integrate industry-leading models into Adobe's core tools. They've also introduced an AI assistant called Moonlight into Firefly and added capabilities to train models on your own work. They have also launched a new node-based software called Project Graph, which aims to give creators a little bit more control over the generative process. I was keen to see what they would bring into my favorite tools, Premiere and After Effects, and it's a bit of a mixed bag. So if you're in video or motion graphics, watch along and I will tell you all you need to know. Let's start with Premiere. Adobe says they are always working on making Premiere faster and more stable. They demoed a few things that have been in the recent beta releases, including the object masking tool, which basically takes rotoscoping into Premiere and out of our little pal After Effects. To use it, you just need to navigate to the object mask tool and a frame where your object is most visible. Click the object you'd like to mask and the AI will do it all for you. You can use the lasso or rectangle selection tools and the plus or minus to refine your mask. There is also a new auto censor feature where you can list cuss words that you would like bleeped, and then Premiere will go through and find and bleep those cuss words for you in your transcript and in your captions. To do it, open your transcript panel and click the three dots where you can create a dictionary of words you'd like to censor. And then it's as easy as turning the filter on. Magic stuff. They have also added an AI-powered search function, which allows you to search your project library for specific objects or scenes, which will hopefully save some time headaches when working across projects with a lot of content. Lastly, in the most recent September release, they announced a suite of GPU-accelerated effects, which they showed again in the demo at Max. Again, another reason for editors to avoid jumping over to After Effects for that extra twinkle. So while there are no massive technological developments here, I do think the ways in which they are incorporating AI into Premiere is clever and will ultimately save editors time in the long run while keeping us creatively in the driver's seat. Now, if you're a video creator creating content on the go or for socials, there was a lot on show for the Premiere Pro mobile app. At the moment, this is only going to work on iPhone, but there were some pretty good features including multi-track editing, basic color grading, Firefly integration, and some pretty good audio optimization tools, including a speech enhancer, which will knock out any background audio out of your voiceover. So if you're in a marketing team or working on social, I can see this being pretty useful for you. Now to my dear friend After Effects. In line with recent years, After Effects barely gets mentioned in the opening keynote, but they have released a few little things in beta for us to have a play with, and they range from mildly helpful to amusing. First, they've done a bit of work on improving how we import vectors into After Effects. One new feature I'm excited to try is the ability to bring SVGs in as editable shapes. It will convert the shapes, strokes, fills, and group them in the Layer Contents dropdown for you to keep editing. They have also improved the Illustrator to AE pipeline, and creating shapes from vectors will now retain transparency, gradient, strokes, and fills. So if you've been working without paying battle axe for Overlord, life should be a little bit easier for you now. Second, they are working on bringing more 3D capability into the app. You can now try creating parametric 3D shapes, that's things like spheres, cubes, and toruses, and you can also add materials from Substance 3D. They have also improved the lighting capabilities. You can now add up to 9 spot, area, and environment lights to your scene, and they can all cast shadows. I am interested to hear if this 3D stuff will work and render well in After Effects, so if you give it a go, let me know in the comments what happens. And lastly, there are a few small tweaks that might just make life for us motion designers a little bit easier, including lossless compressed playback for a little bit more room in our disk cache. You can turn that on in our disk cache settings. There is a new way to key footage that has a black or white background called the Unmult effect. It looks good for things like fire or smoke that would be a pain to key normally, and you can find that in your effects panel. And lastly, After Effects has added a little tip of the day every time you open a new project. All these updates are still in the beta release of After Effects, so download that if you'd like to have a play. I think it's interesting to see Adobe push After Effects towards more of a 3D program, given there are some pretty innovative 2D competitors coming up, like Cavalry, and some amazing softwares like Blender already owning that 2D, 3D space for a lot of creatives out there. Plus, taking rotoscoping and some of the effects work natively into Premiere, I do wonder what Adobe imagines the future of After Effects should be. So, all in all, while it's not a complete overhaul of our workflows, especially for us motion designers, if Adobe's AI wants to do a little bit of the boring stuff for me and bleep out my swearing, I'm all for it. So that's the wrap. Some pretty nifty stuff in there, but nothing that's going to change the game probably for most of us. But hopefully it will save us all some operational headaches and leave us more time to work on the good stuff. Let me know in the comments if any of these features are sparking joy for you, or if there's something that they missed that you just wish they had put in. And until next time, catch you on the flip side.